Hey guys, Bananiac here. So I wanted to make this video on exactly how much food it is that I eat throughout the week, plus the amount of exercise that I do in a week. So in this case, it's going to be cycling for me. I ride about 200 miles per week, so I'm going to show you guys exactly how many calories I burn, how many calories I eat, so that way you guys can get a bit of a perspective of what it's like to be a high carb vegan putting out the miles. So I'm going to be using this website called Chronometer or Chronometer, whichever way you want to pronounce it, but it's a great website. You put exactly how much food you eat, it tells you how many calories you've eaten, it gives you your different macronutrient ratios, your vitamins, your minerals. It's a great website, and I'm going to be using this website called Strava to see how many calories I burn throughout a ride. And if you guys are not on Strava, definitely get on it if you're into running, cycling, swimming. Great website to keep track of your progress. And I'm going to be using this formula to see whether or not I'm in a surplus or deficit in terms of calories. Just going to be basically the amount of calories that I've eaten minus my basal metabolic rate, which is the amount of calories that I need to sustain my body weight, my metabolism, without any sorts of exercise. So it's basically your bare minimum. You have to hit this number or you're literally starving. Then I'm going to be putting in the amount of calories that I've burned according to Strava. So the first day was May 1st, and I had 2 lower bars on my ride, an Orgain hydration mix in my bottle, and then when I came back I had some tofu scramble with some potatoes, some Dr. McDougall's noodle soup. I made myself a vegan BLT with some tofurkey tempeh bacon. And then I had some potatoes, ketchup, and mustard. Very simple. And that put me at 2794 calories. But as it turns out, this day I actually did a very long and a very tough ride. I actually did 90 miles on the bike and I burned 2,629 calories. You do not want to follow this first example here. But I really just did not feel like eating much and really just listened to my body here. So for day 2, I had some oatmeal for breakfast with blueberries, strawberries, maple syrup. This is one of my favorite recipes. And I also had another vegan BLT. I had some pasta with steamed veggies and pasta sauce and some cereal with some soy milk. So it put me at 2,943 calories. So I took off that day because I had a really tough ride the day before. It's not going to be exactly 0 calories that I burned because even just thinking requires glucose. Your brain is such a huge consumer of glucose. So I just put 0 here, but really it's going to be even more. But as you can clearly see, I'm at a surplus of 1,247 calories. And this is a great example because whenever you try to starve yourself, not that I was trying to, it's just I didn't feel like eating the day before, but if you're trying to starve yourself, the next day, the next few days, you're going to be making up for it. So this is a great example for that. So on May 30th, it was oatmeal again for breakfast, some pasta for lunch, some potatoes, Dr. McDougall's Asian noodle cup again, and some apples. And I'm around 3,037 calories. I ended up riding 32 miles and burned 1,065 calories. So it ended up being a surplus of 276 calories. So May 4th, again, oatmeal for breakfast. I had 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, some rice and beans, guacamole, oranges. Then it looks like I had the rice and beans again. No ride on May 4th, so just again I put 0 calories burned, but it is going to be a bit more than that. But as you can see, definitely a surplus, 2,753 calories. Then on Cinco de Mayo, I had some Cascadian Farm French vanilla almond granola, which is really good. I had some vegan BLT sandwiches, some rice and beans to go with the theme of May 5th. Lower bar during my ride and just smashing in more rice and beans, some vegan BLTs, and some apples. And that was 3,290 calories. So this was a special day. I actually did my first time trial ever, and I just did it on my tarmac, my road bike, and this was a lot of fun. Actually placed 4th in that TT, but ended up burning about 765 calories and leaving me with a surplus of 829 calories. May 6th, I had the French vanilla almond granola again, had some OJ after my ride, some vegan BLTs, big jar of applesauce, and then I had some burritos with some rice that was left over and some fat-free refried beans from Whole Foods, and some oranges. And that was around 3,567 calories. And I rode about 33 miles, burning around 1,083 calories, leaving me with a surplus of 788 calories. Finally, May 7th, I had a Larabar on my ride, and I went out to Kale Cafe to meet some vegans from Orlando, and we ate some really good food there. And I tried estimating this as best as I could. Basically, I had some brown stewed tofu there, brown rice on the side, some kale salad, and what was a curry dish made out of garbanzo beans. And then when I got home, I also had some burritos again and some granola later on in the day. And that was about 2,893 calories. And I ended up riding about 33 miles and burning around 900 calories, leaving me with a surplus of 295 calories. So as you can clearly see from the pattern here, besides that first day, I'm in a caloric surplus for basically the whole week. I'm eating more calories than what would be recommended. And honestly, I'm not trying to hit any numbers here. I haven't been paying attention to my macronutrient ratios as much as I used to in the past. Just trying to eat until I'm satiated, just trying to satisfy my hunger, and that's really what I've been doing. I've just been trying to eat as many whole plant-based foods as my body desires, and it's been working really well for me. I'm the best that I've ever been on the bike. I'm setting records on Strava, riding with cyclists that were way better than me, so I'm really happy where I am in terms of my fitness. And I think it would be interesting to experiment with my caloric numbers more in the future, see how it impacts my fitness, maybe get less of a surplus or deficit, kind of get closer to a balance and see how that affects me. But honestly, I love eating as much as I want until I'm satiated. That is what I recommend for you guys. It's what I've been doing for a while now, and it's really working well for me. But I think looking at your numbers every now and then is a good thing. You don't want to be under eating. I'm not so much concerned about overeating. If you're eating whole plant-based foods, it's actually really difficult to overeat. But make sure that you're not under eating when you're incorporating a lot of exercise into your plan. Like I said, last year I rode about 3,000 some miles in a year. I've already passed that goal this year. I'm going for 10,000 miles on my bike this year. So I think doing this every now and then is a really healthy habit to get into. That way you can make sure you're eating enough calories, and that way you can have the energy to put out when you're on the saddle. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want more of these types of videos in the future, if you guys want to see more of what I eat in a day or a week and how much exercise I do and all that stuff. And also, you guys can feel free to follow me on my Strava account, which I'll have in the description down below. You guys can see exactly how many miles I ride throughout the week. And let me know what your nutrition and fitness plans are in the comment sections down below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.